Sahih al-Bukhari 1891. Narrated Talha bin Ubaidullah. A Bedouin with unkempt hair came to Allah's Messenger and said, O Allah's Messenger, inform me what Allah has made compulsory for me as regards the prayers. He replied, you have to offer perfectly the 5 compulsory prayers in a day and night, 24 hours, unless you want to pray nawafil. The Bedouin further asked, inform me what Allah has made compulsory for me as regards fasting. He replied, you have to fast during the whole month of Ramadan, unless you want to fast more as nawafil. The Bedouin further asked, tell me how much zakat Allah has enjoined on me. Thus, Allah's Messenger informed him about all the rules, i.e. fundamentals, of Islam. The Bedouin then said, by him who has honored you, I will neither perform any nawafil nor will I decrease what Allah has enjoined on me. Allah's Messenger said, if he is saying the truth, he will succeed, or he will be granted paradise. Sahih al-Bukhari 1892. Narrated Ibn Umar. The Prophet observed the fast on the 10th of Muharram, Ashura, and ordered Muslims to fast on that day. But when the fasting of the month of Ramadan was prescribed, the fasting of the Ashura was abandoned. Abdullah did not use to fast on that day unless it coincided with his routine fasting by chance. Sahih al-Bukhari 1893. Narrated Aisha. The tribe of Quraysh used to fast on the day of Ashura in the pre-Islamic period, and then Allah's Apostle ordered Muslims to fast on it till the fasting in the month of Ramadan was prescribed, whereupon the Prophet said, he who wants to fast on Ashura may fast, and he who does not want to fast may not fast. Sahih al-Bukhari 1894. Narrated Abu Hurairah. Allah's Messenger said, fasting is a shield, or a screen or a shelter. So, the person observing fasting should avoid sexual relation with his wife and should not behave foolishly and impudently, and if somebody fights with him or abuses him, he should tell him twice, I am fasting. The Prophet added, by him in whose hands my soul is, the smell coming out from the mouth of a fasting person is better in the sight of Allah than the smell of musk. Allah says about the fasting person, he has left his food, drink, and desires for my sake. The fast is for me. So I will reward the fasting person for it, and the reward of good deeds is multiplied 10 times. Sahih al-Bukhari 1895. Narrated Abu Wail from Hudhaifa. Umar asked the people, who remembers the narration of the Prophet, about the affliction. Hudhaifa said, I heard the Prophet saying, the affliction of a person in his property, family, and neighbors is expiated by his prayers, fasting, and giving in charity. Umar said, I do not ask about that, but I ask about those afflictions which will spread like the waves of the sea. Hudhaifa replied, there is a closed gate in front of those afflictions. Umar asked, will that gate be opened or broken? He replied, it will be broken. Umar said, then the gate will not be closed again till the day of resurrection. We said to Masrik, would you ask Hudhaifa whether Umar knew what that gate symbolized? He asked him and he replied, he, Umar, knew it as one knows that there will be night before tomorrow morning. Sahih al-Bukhari 1896. Narrated Saul. The Prophet said, there is a gate in paradise called Ar-Rayyan, and those who observe fasts will enter through it on the day of resurrection, and none except them will enter through it. It will be said, where are those who used to observe fasts? They will get up, and none except them will enter through it. After their entry the gate will be closed and nobody will enter through it. Sahih al-Bukhari 1898. Narrated Abu Hurairah. Allah's Messenger said, when Ramadan begins, the gates of paradise are opened. Sahih al-Bukhari 1899. Narrated Abu Hurairah. Allah's Messenger said, when the month of Ramadan starts, the gates of the heaven are opened and the gates of hell are closed and the devils are chained. Sahih al-Bukhari 1900. Narrated Ibn Umar. I heard Allah's Messenger saying, when you see the crescent of the month of Ramadan, start fasting, and when you see the crescent of the month of Shawwal, stop fasting, and if the sky is overcast and you can't see it, then regard the month of Ramadan as of 30 days.